Tarkasi is a signature jewellery making art form of Odisha, especially in Cuttack. It started around 500 years back, and this jewellery is also known as a filigree. It is mainly made up of silver. You can say around more than 90% of pure silver has been used in making this jewellery. This requires intense art form and intense work. So it actually very tedious work to make this. You can see they actually melt the silver, which is more than 90% pure silver. So it's very difficult to mold that into the rods, and from the rods they stretch it to a small wires of silver, and then manually with the hands they twist it and make these beautiful pieces. Like you can see this magnificent piece of jewelry. I think this is the tiara or a crown of a goddess. You can see there is a peacock here on the head of this crown, and these lotuses. You can see how beautifully, and the amount of labor or the artist's time must have gone to make this jewelry. This is literally a masterpiece. It's so beautiful. It takes the shape of the head of goddess, and then there the peacock's feathers are just spread like the upper part of the crown. And there is one more lotus here. So generally lotus is associated with goddess. So this is a very beautiful piece, and this is the speciality. This is the quintessential art form of Odisha only. There are different types of Filigrees, different types of Tarkasi, but this particular you can get only in Odisha. You can see different forms. They have made it into Ganesha. In that also, you can literally see how minute details and the work has gone into it. And this is really not expensive. I mean, this piece, the entire piece including the silver, is just 80,000, and we know that in today's date the kg per kg is 64,000. So just 220,000 for this entire work is definitely worth. You can even see this jewelry. I think this is for the essence. Yeah, so this is a sindoor box. How beautiful it is. See how beautiful. See, you can just open it. You can keep the sindoor inside. You can gift it. This is very good as a souvenirs. I'm definitely going to pick one from this place. They have beautiful collections. If you really love Ganesha, they have the Ganesha connections. And of course, when we speak about Odisha, we cannot stop talking about Puri Jagannath. So Tarkasi work is also made in that. So make sure that every one of us should have one piece of Tarkasi made in Cuttack. Cuttack made Tarkasi, which is also known as Filigiri silver jewelry. So this is again a Filigiri Tarkasi work of Cuttack, which is very famous. And I think this art form or this jewelry making art started around 500 years back. In that they basically melt the silver, they make it into the rods, and then they stretch it to a very thin wires of silver, and from that they make a jewelry. So it's a very tedious manual jewelry making art. So it is not something that machines can make. It required the human efforts. I mean, the hand making. This is totally handmade jewelry. You can see how fine is this jewelry. These wires, these are hand stretched wires, and it's very fine. And they like most of the time that you see the Odissi dancers, you would never see Odissi dancers in a golden jewelry or any other jewelry. This is the jewelry that always Odissi dancers wear, and there is a reason behind it. So basically, when Odissi started reviving, so what the art Odissi dance we see today is basically revived Odissi. So during that revival, the gurus, they decided that we will wear this Tarkasi jewelry, because of course it promotes the local art and this filigree art, which is very very unique and a very significant part of Odisha culture, especially the Cuttack. So this they also call it as a Kotki jewelry in some parts. You can see, and you can, in this jewelry you can literally see the Odisha. You can see the fish. We know this is a coastal state, so fish is a very important part of this culture. You can see this chakras, which is the Konark wheels. So that jewelry also you can see here, and this is mostly the lotus. As we know, the Odissi dancers, most of the time you will see these lotus earrings. This lotus is basically represents the goddess Lakshmi, wife of Lord Jagannath. So all this jewelry is very significant, and it it has retained its the original form of a jewelry. Of course they have done accepted some modernization, but most of the times this jewelry is very much adhered very much to the roots. It's very beautiful, I think. And instead of buying all these artificial jewelry, we should have these pieces, and each piece is a masterpiece. Like you can see this, the the efforts gone in this jewelry are something, we, I think most of the time we fail to understand, and we go for all the machine made jewelry. These are the jhumkas, you know so these are for the kids and all. So there are different types of jhumkas. See, this jhumka is basically again, so all these jewelry is prominently seen in on today's Odissi dancers. So I think we all should have this. If you ask me what is my favorite pick, that jewelry got to be this. It's very nice, and I think it will look very good when we wear it with silver necklace or just a black thread. So I'm on Tourism Queen, looking at this beautiful filigree Tarkasi jewelry. I'm going to buy all these beautiful pieces. So if you have not yet visited, make sure you come to Cuttack and buy this jewelry, and um, help the local artisans, promote our art form, promote our heritage, and spread this beautiful art form, jewelry making art from across the world. So I'm Diwali Fadnis on Tourism Queen. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and comment.